In love with beauty products, people laughed. Some even judged. But how could something so simple, something that made me feel so alive, be wrong? I didn't see myself the way they did. I just wanted to feel good in my own skin. Literally. More like a regular guy, living a regular life, who happened to enjoy taking care of his skin. Revolutionary, right? You see, there's this moment when you discover something about yourself that doesn't fit into the neat little boxes society has prepared for you. For me, that moment came with a single drop of perfume on my wrist. But here's what nobody tells you about those moments of self-discovery. They don't come with an instruction manual. And they certainly don't come with a warning label that says, "Caution, this may lead to questions and how people may think of you." Because what started as innocent skincare, what I thought was just taking better care of myself, led me to a place I never imagined I'd find myself. Standing at 2 a.m. in front of a makeup counter, trembling with anticipation and terror, about to cross a line that would change everything. And that's where this story really begins. The moment I started using more than soap and water, the whispers began. That's not normal. Real men don't do that. Are you sure you're not confused about something? But here's what I've realized. We all have things that make us feel more like ourselves. For some people, it's sports or music or art. For me, it happened to be the ritual of beauty, the artistry of makeup, the confidence that comes with feeling polished and pretty. And that's when I found myself standing in front of that makeup counter at 2 a.m., wondering if I had the courage to cross a line I'd never crossed before. Have you ever had a moment like that? When something small made you question everything you thought you knew about yourself? Because you have to understand, this wasn't rebellion. This wasn't me trying to prove a point or shock anyone. This was me, alone in the fluorescent lighting of a 24-hour drugstore, holding my breath as I reached for something that felt both completely wrong and absolutely right. My hand was shaking, my heart was pounding, and I had no idea that picking up that one tube of lipstick would lead me to question everything I thought I knew about myself. Because what happened next, what I felt when I first applied that lipstick, it wasn't what I expected. It was so much more terrifying and beautiful than I could have imagined. That first night, alone in my room, what happened next, I wasn't prepared for. I opened a tube of lipstick like it held the secrets of the universe. This wasn't about becoming someone else. This was about colors and textures and fragrances that spoke to something deep inside me, something deeper than I couldn't explain. The first time I felt the smooth glide of foundation across my cheek, it was like discovering a new language. The way concealer could transform not just my skin, but somehow my entire mood. The weight of mascara on my lashes making me blink differently, see differently. And the fragrances. Oh, the fragrances. Each perfume told a different story. One made me feel mysterious, another made me feel elegant. But there was one, a soft floral scent, that made me feel something I'd never experienced before. It made me feel like a princess. I know how that sounds. Trust me, I know. But in that moment, with soft shimmer on my lips catching the light, I understood something profound about beauty, about femininity, about the parts of ourselves we're taught to hide. But here's where the story takes a turn I never saw coming, because feeling like a princess for one night opened a door I didn't even know existed. And on the other side of that door was a question that terrified me, a question that would consume my thoughts for months, a question that would make me realize this journey was far from over. It was just beginning. It was simple and complicated all at once. If this makes me feel whole, what else am I missing? Every day became a battle. On one side, there was this incredible joy I found in beauty products. The ritual of self-care, the artistry of makeup, the confidence that came with looking and feeling polished. On the other side, there was everyone else. Friends making jokes, family asking questions, strangers staring. The world had very clear ideas about what was acceptable for someone like me. They called my habits feminine. They questioned my identity. They tried to put me in boxes I never asked to be in. I pushed back. Hard. I never wanted to be anyone else, I would say. I just loved the feeling these products give me. And that was true. Completely true. But late at night, when the makeup came off and I was alone with my thoughts, that question grew louder. If a simple lipstick could transform not just how I looked, but how I felt about myself, if the right perfume could make me feel elegant and graceful, and yes, princess-like, what would happen if I went further? Because I realized I wasn't just in love with beauty products anymore. I was in love with the person they helped me discover. And she was asking for more. What I didn't realize was that my reflection in the mirror wasn't just changing how I looked, it was changing who I thought I was. That perfume that once made me feel like a princess, that feeling never really left. It stayed with me, whispering that maybe I was meant to feel that way all along. Maybe I am delusional. Maybe I'm not. All I know is that beauty makes me feel alive, graceful, even royal, like a princess in my own world. But here's what I've learned about truth. It doesn't care about your timeline. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. It just sits there, patient and persistent, until you're brave enough to look it in the eye. For months, I told myself this was just about skincare. Then it was just about makeup. Then it was just about feeling beautiful. But the truth was always bigger than my explanations. Standing there, holding something I'd never had the courage to try on, I realized I wasn't just questioning my relationship with beauty products. I was questioning my relationship with myself. Because here's the thing about Crossroads. They don't announce themselves with fanfare. They happen in quiet moments when you're holding a piece of fabric that represents everything you've been afraid to explore. If a simple lipstick can make me feel this way, if the right perfume can transform my entire energy, if mascara and foundation can help me see myself differently, what would happen if I tried on something more? A dress, a gown. Would that feeling grow stronger? Or maybe I'd finally find myself. Because standing at that mirror, makeup perfect, dress in my hands, I realized this wasn't about beauty products at all. I was chasing that princess I had glimpsed once before. This was about having the courage to meet the person I'd been hiding from my entire life. So here I am, sharing something I've never said out loud, asking you something I've never asked anyone. Am I being delusional? Or is this just my love for beauty products leading me somewhere I never expected to go? But when your thing doesn't match what society expects from someone who looks like you, when your joy becomes everyone else's question mark, you start to wonder, are you wrong for wanting to feel beautiful? Are you wrong for being curious about parts of yourself you've never explored? Oh, I don't have all the answers. I'm still figuring this out. But I know that beauty products didn't make me question my gender. They made me question why I was so afraid to explore it. Here's what I've discovered on this journey. The most beautiful thing about beauty isn't the products themselves. It's the permission they give you to become who you really are. To stop apologizing for the things that make you feel alive. To stop hiding the parts of yourself that bring you joy. So tell me, what do you think? Am I being delusional? Or is it just my love for beauty products opening doors I didn't know existed? Share your thoughts in the comments, because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the most important conversations happen when we're brave enough to ask the questions we're afraid to answer. And maybe, just maybe, your comment will help someone else who's standing in front of their own makeup counter at 2 a.m., wondering if they have the courage to find out who they really are. Because maybe it all started with just one drop of perfume, but maybe it was never about the perfume at all. The princess is waiting. The question is, are you ready to meet her? The end.
The Gender Diary exists to light that path with shared stories. Whether you found connection in this narrative, you're on your own journey of gender exploration, or you're here seeking understanding, your subscription fuels our mission. Every subscriber empowers us to keep illuminating these authentic experiences for our community. Kindly drop a comment below. Your voice adds to the tapestry of experiences that makes this space meaningful. Until our next story unfolds.